When we are talking about why the sales program, why a sales course, the key element is, am I looking at a career? Am I looking at just a job? When you're looking at a career, which I presume you are, you'll be looking at how do I build, where does it all start? So this sales course which we are trying to build, which we are offering, it's all about how do I bring the methodology. The methodology is not just a classroom teach. It's about, goes with an approach of something what we call PARR, P-A-R-R. So we have something, P stands for prepare. So we have the session on a topic which is instructor led, which is facilitated, which is the preparation that you have. It could be about territory planning, it could be about key account management, it could be about basic selling. So once we have that subject introduced to you, the concept introduced to you, then you will go into the market to apply it. That is the act. And once you have gone and deployed what you have prepared for the marketplace, it's time to sit back and say what went well in the sales approach in this particular call. And that is what we are talking in terms of reflect on what happened. And when you come back, you might like to have a discussion, because there's always some questions how you look at it on your own. And when somebody helps you to think through it, that is where the review takes place. So each of the concept, when you've got 12 subjects that would be introduced during this course, each one would be going through what we call the practice of PARR. So there would be a preparation phase, there would be an action phase, there would be a review phase, and there would be a reflection phase. So all that happens in this program. So you have got a methodology which is all application oriented. We have an approach which is PARR oriented. We have a content which would take you right from the scientific approach of selling. The question you might ask, is sales a science or not? The basics elements of sales, what I would define it is a science. It's a skill. When practiced, it looks like an art. Therefore, right from the beginning of approaching the customer, right from the preparation of how the sales goes to the end, to closing a sale till the revenue is generated, it's a whole process. It's a very intensive 12-week program that we are talking about. Now, what makes it different apart from the subject, the content, application? No application, no course is complete without the facilitators or the instructors. These instructors are practical people who are industry experienced people who come from the industry. They come with various background depending on the kind of products or the services they've sold. It could be an FMCG product, it could be a high valued software product from the IT industry, or it could be just a services industry, which you're talking about banking. So we bring instructors who are in the market, who have had practical experiences, and that's why they will tell you the practical elements. Now the fourth element which we are talking about is, when you have a practical program, you've got methodology, you've got the approach. The question here is, what is the kind of, how does it help me in achieving my goal, my objective? So we've spoke about it being career oriented. Every person is different. Therefore the question is, are you in tune to getting into a sales program? All of us consider ourselves to be buyers. But in true self, all of us are also sellers. Though we don't like to be called sellers, because sales has got a negative connotation, because it's generally we associated with push selling. Somebody has cheated you in terms of, when you talk about what is the ultimate for a salesman, it's all about selling maybe a comb to a bald person, or selling ice to an Eskimo. That's how it's translated. It basically tells you it's all about fraudulent ways of. But today's need, a good salesperson, he partners with the customer, helping him to understand, making him buy what he wants. And that is why sales everybody requires sales. There's no organization can do without sales. Sales is something, also if you have to start your first business, if you start your own business, the key element is, where is the revenue that's going to come? And it all ends with salesmanship. It all starts with the product offering. When you're talking about marketing, sales is a part of marketing. We're talking about the end result. So we are talking about, do you have the acumen to be a good salesman? So we have something called a profiling tool, where we try to understand what are your strengths, your weaknesses, your personality, your interest, your aptitude, and bring about giving you a direction, a purpose in what kind of a salesmanship could you be more oriented towards, to enhancing your potential, to achieving and maximizing on whatever you wish to achieve in terms of your goal. Because one of the traits of salesmanship is also associated with what is your passion, what is a goal, what do you wish to have from a long-term perspective. Salesmanship is all about making you achieve. Salesman doesn't only mean in terms of revenue at the end. How I sell is immaterial. It's all about revenue. Salesman is also about achieving your goals. So when we look at broadly from a sales perspective, you may have all the knowledge, you may have all the skills. One side I have my goal which I wish to achieve. All the goals that I have, and on the other side I have all the competencies. How do I translate this? The link between those hard knowledge and you're talking about the goal gets translated by the soft skills of salesmanship. Indirectly, it's a form of communication which you're talking about. So this program, it's all about career orientation. You can look, because at the end of the day, we are also talking in terms of placing you based on your profiles, and therefore the question is, are you investing, or do you, by paying your fees, are you looking at it as an expense? We firmly believe that what you get, definitely within the next 3 months after the course, you're likely to get whatever you have invested in this. And going ahead, it's going to only analyze and enhance your values which you're talking about. So this program has got various elements that come about bringing it all together. One is the application, the other is the approach, the third is in terms of understanding yourself, aligning to your most best potential. So bringing all this together is a sales course which would definitely be investment for your proposition and bringing you value in terms of. Apart from this, of course, it helps you in networking. Networking in organization, because the people who are going to come in this program, the instructors, are led from the industry. Therefore, it gives you an opportunity to interact with various people similar to you, and also from another very important dimension. Most of the programs, what happens is, we have the subject, we ask you to go into the market to apply it. But what happens when we did speak about the POWER approach? A very important element, and we spoke about the review that would be happening subsequent to each of your interactions in the marketplace, and that review is done by the instructor or by a coach that each of you would be having during the program. Therefore, this coach would be there, because somebody said so beautifully, practice makes perfect. But just remember, if you practice wrong, you have a perfectly wrong habit you will inculcate. Therefore, having a coach at the right time, at the right place to correct you and setting the right practice is very critical in this program, in this approach. So apart from having a methodology approach, we are talking in terms of post-program. We have a post-program placement. We are talking about a coach achieving your potential. This program is going to be a pivot on which your whole career would be led. Wherever you are, a program of this we have to constantly sell, and this program is only going to help you being very conscious about what you have to do. For example, let's take a singer. All of us can sing, but what is the difference between a professional singer vis-a-vis a regular singer, a bathroom singer? So the professional singer they know what is it that they need to change, they need to twine to try and create that impact for their vocal cords, to create the right kind of an impact. So salesmanship, all of us are selling unconsciously, but by making you conscious about the whole process, you would know at what time you might like to consciously activate the various skill sets in a selling process that will create the impact. And that is what this program is all about. Thank you.